I never should have left. You think you have all the time in the world. I just wasn't present enough. I didn't soak it all in.
I think you were living.
Hey.
Hey.
You think that's okay, spending the afternoon with my husband?
Do you think it's okay telling the cops about Dad?
I've let Jesus into my life. Jesus has so...
Every time you say Jesus, I'm going to skull beer.
The only reason you're back is because you failed at your relationship and you're broke.
There are animals that when they get scared, they fight harder, they run faster. Some, they just freeze.
Boom, there you go. That was the trailer for Kangaroo Island, arriving here in the US starting April 24th and then moving on to more cities as well. Check out the description below for the link so you can check out Kangaroo Island when it arrives in your town. I'm KUYA. This is Nerds Rule the World. Joining me all the way across the seas in his native land is the one and only Joel Jackson, who plays Ben Roberts. How are you, Joel? Thank you for the time. Thank you for getting up this morning.
No, mate, thanks for having me, man. I just wish the sun would join us on this beautiful day and give us a bit of light. But, dude, thank you for having us. And thanks for giving us such a wonderful, good a bit of excitement. It's great to see it.
Definitely. My pleasure. This was sweet. This was fun. I can relate as both an actor beyond, just covering stuff, following this journey of this, young woman who left her home country to go for stardom, but then there's something that pulls you back from back home, or well, she kind of had to go, but we'll get there when people see it in the film. But then she ran away from some things, and you being one of them, by the way, and relationship with sister and parents, it was very interesting. When this script came your way, I know you've been acting for some time. When this script came your way and you looked at this role, because first thing I wanted to do was just like wave my finger at you the whole time. I was like, looking, I watched the film already. I'm like, this guy. What did you think of this character of playing, this person who kind of gets in between two sisters and a family, and he's kind of a guy.
I did. Like, firstly, I've never been able to play a home wrecker before, which I thought would be really fun. And as a catalyst to change in terms of emotional catalyst and actually making something happen inside of a film that pits everybody against each other simply by just being himself. Like, he doesn't do anything, he doesn't change, he just pursues whatever he wants to pursue. And I'd never played a character like that who isn't conscious of kind of what he is affecting in the rest of the characters around him and the drama that he kind of inhabits. And for me, firstly, that was like, well, that's going to be a challenge, because I like to think of myself as like a nice guy.
Yeah.
And like happily engaged and, have a beautiful family, and thought, this is going to be something where things that are like close to you in nature, but essentially ask you to do something and turn a blind eye to your moral. Like, it can be really difficult as an actor, Yeah. And so I wanted to sink my teeth into something that would make me be like, man, it's fun to be bad, but also he's got no awareness. Like, he's playing the game of surviving day to day. And there was a lot of stuff in the script that kind of, in the end, didn't necessarily find its way in, but I think was there just in nature, with like his gambling problem, his history with his father, and all of these beautiful things, where I just went, this is a fantastic character catalyst. And what I love about acting is showing up and being part of an ensemble, right, that is full of amazing actors, and then making sure that your character is nailing that role to do the rest for everybody else. So I think providing the action that then turn the tables for everybody was so much fun. Like, how well can you sell the charismatic kind of, bad boy in this sense of like making everybody love and believe you? Because my favorite thing is, I had so many beautiful friends and family go and watch it in cinemas here in Australia, and every single one of them would call me afterwards, Ben, like, I thought you were a good guy, dude. I thought you were a good guy.
Oh,
And I
love
love that. Like, I love
Yeah.
that.
I love that. Love that for you. We always want those challenges as an actor and bringing characters to life. So yeah, that had to be, so much fun, because generally when I see films like this, it's the sex is turned around. It's two guys pining after a girl, and you're like the sexy girl in this, Joel. And so
Totally.
it was
I'm Megan
beautiful.
Fox. I'm Megan Fox in Transformers, and we thought about it and spoke about it with Sally, the writer, at depth, and same with Tim. And I think too that's what really drew to me. I grew up with two older sisters, and both incredibly, wonderfully intelligent and smart and beautiful and hardworking, and saw a lot of them and their efforts to be successful, good mothers, great human beings in these two characters. And growing up in a world that was, for me, like very matriarchal, it was really important to be a part of this story, because this is the beginning of the next generation of their family. And I think telling a story that has two incredibly strong female leads and being a part of that, it's great. Like, to be the hot little like minx in the corner to Adelaide and Rebecca. I mean, they're brilliant actors, man. It was so much fun to be a fly on the wall and like come out for the scene where he's carrying the kid. And they're like, what are you guys talking about? It's like, okay, I'm gonna, coming up with those little moments alongside those two was brilliant.
Fantastic. I love it. Yeah, you all played well off together. You were a perfect minx, and just how everybody kind of carried on. And we had suspicions until, and what happens, it goes along. It gave your character some depth, and I'm sure for you as an actor to play around with all of that.
Yeah.
So working with this ensemble, as you mentioned, amazing two leads, Freya and Adelaide. Well, Freya is Adelaide, and Rebecca. I'm sorry, confusing the characters' names. But working with them, and then, what was that just like, and this cast, and just the meaning of the story of, they're butting heads, and one got super Christian Catholic, and then we got this father situation and how that plays into it. I really appreciated that, and that conversation as well.
Yeah, and I think everybody was primed to tell it. Like Rebecca, incredibly successful both at home and has had major success overseas, and so is kind of well equipped to talk about that character and that plight, like what it takes to get over to America to make it work, the competition and the cutthroatness of that industry, and then to be coming home and be told exactly what to do by someone who has no idea, and that sensation. And then you've got Adelaide, who, I remember watching opposite Andrew Garfield in that beautiful TV series that they made with Sam Worthington, and it was a focus on Mormonism. And so she'd been really well equipped to talk about the fact of talking to a higher entity, or people who believe or, are religious in that sense. And then Erik Thomson is one of Australia's favourite kind of, father figures from TV for decades. And so you've got all these incredible actors that are primed to tell those stories, and a great supporting cast in wonderful Louis and wonderful Julie. But the way that it was shot, man, I think gave everybody the confidence to succeed as an ensemble, because Tim and Ian, our cinematographer, would just float, and he'd capture it more like a documentary that was capturing a family, rather than setting up for, A shot, B shot, over the shoulder, here we're going to be doing this. We'd shoot a wide, and they'd be moving off over the shoulder, and, have to hit this angle and move off to get that line. But the scenes around the dinner table, we just shoot for 4 hours straight, and we just keep picking up bits and pieces and watch it develop, and watch the, very much like the way that they'd shot The Bear, the Christmas episode, whereby everybody is theatrical actors. So they're allowing you the time and space to discover the in-between. and
Love
pick up
that.
on little frictions and pick up on little disagreements or, love and tenderness or hidden meaning. So the ensemble was primed, but then the way that Tim and Ian facilitated us to perform together was fantastic.
That's beautiful, beautiful, and you that's so amazing as an actor, and to get to play in that group is
Oh,
beautiful.
man.
Congrats to
Yeah.
you guys. That's lovely.
Hey, brother.
So such an amazing cast, but and so beautiful. You guys are awesome. But also I want to talk about the beauty of your country. This Kangaroo Island, Australia, and now we as Americans get to see how beautiful it is, and I'm ready to book my vacation right now. Can we talk about that and giving that life? And now, you're here talking to me here in the States and promoting this beautiful area. And what was that like capturing that in this film?
Yeah, I mean, mate, we shot there for like a month and a half, and I was really lucky. I had, 4 days on every week because everybody else is carrying it. But it's this, I got to explore so much of it, and every night after work, if we're doing night shoots, I'd come home and fish on a jetty and catch fresh fish and fresh squid, and then kind of cook it up and take it to crew the next day if I wasn't working, and like share it with everybody, like. This place was so alive with energy and magnetism, and my heritage is Indigenous, so stepping onto land, and that was sacred land too in Indigenous culture. It's where local Indigenous people from South Australia would paddle across in canoes and take their past and their deceased, and that's where they would intern them, like it was very sacred land. And it held that space. I think wherever you turned a camera, it's not like shooting on a green screen or an LED screen or like having to step into a studio. Anywhere you put the camera, you were going to be the problem, not the background, like it's beautiful. And it gave you so many moments of freedom, like the moment where the kids are playing with the grandfather or I'm surfing with the dolphins, like that actually happened. And then the next day you go out for a surf and you're like, oh yeah, it's pretty quiet today. And you come back in and then 2 hours later they spot like a 4-meter great white shark. You're like, oh, that's why it's quiet, because there's a submarine with teeth out there. But it was profound. It was beautiful to sit on that country and know that what we were telling was being facilitated by that land, which was really beautiful. And I think incredibly powerful for an international audience to know that. And for shooting locations, man, to bring productions back down and shoot on Kangaroo Island, to be like, there isn't just the Whitsundays or there isn't just like Sydney, that there is this pocket of perfection kind of between us and Antarctica. It's crazy.
I love that. Love that. That's so beautiful. Yeah, just everything was like, oh, I'm ready to go on vacation. I need to go there. Was it difficult working on the set to just, oh man, I want to go surf? Like it looked like you were having a ball. Like you get to surf. Like, oh, we got to get back to set. We got a film to make, y'all. And
Totally.
got to fish and all of that without people taking away your bucket.
Yeah, there was one moment where we were set up to do this shot, and because we're picking up bits and pieces all the time, and Tim Piper wanted me to surf in the film and to get all those, and he wanted to get as much as possible. And everywhere we went around the island, we'd kind of get the swell. It was very rare that you'd kind of get some good waves at certain places. Anyway, so one time you'd get a really good wave and he'd be like, all right, dude, so just before this shot, like you got a really big emotional scene, we're going to send you out on the surfboard and get some drone stuff. And you're like, cool, okay. So you put the wetsuit on, paddle out through these massive waves on a tiny board, sit out there, wouldn't be able to get anything, and then come back in. And then exhausted, you'd then sit for the next 4 hours and do this really emotional scene. And the whole time you're looking at the waves going, oh, now it's perfect. Could we go now? Could we?
I love that.
I think for me, having grown up I grew up in the middle of the bush and the outback, and it was very special. It was the first time that I'd been working on country, making movies rather than sitting in a studio, or like I felt like I was in control as a storyteller for the first time in 13 years.
That's
So
awesome.
it was very special.
Love that. Love that for you. That's amazing, man. Yeah, just a beautiful film. Had to be a great project to work on. Just, yeah. And the story, I enjoyed it. And I'm sure you're going to have all the people like this guy. Have you gotten a little bit of that? Because you already had it there in Australia. Catch fire on Netflix, and now it's coming here to the US. Have you gotten a little bit of that, like, Oh, that guy, that love heartthrob thing because of the role you had to play in this, and just like, any
It's interesting,
feedback
man.
coming at you from them?
Yeah, like I mean, I've normally been playing like the intelligentsia or the guy in the army roles and stuff like that, and so it was great to be able to play a bit of a love interest in this and to see what happened. And yeah, I think great roles beget great roles. I think it's one of those things where casting directors or producers or writers start to see you and go, "Oh, you can carry that. Okay, you can do that. Interesting." So I'm literally about to go and start shooting something not too dissimilar on the Gold Coast with some really incredible international crew next week. So yeah, man, to answer in short, it's been a great opportunity.
I love that. And I think you're so right. It helps expand you outside of the kind of that framework sometimes casting puts us in. So love that for you, my friend. You're awesome in it. You were great. You're a great looking guy, man. You're the perfect minx to cause some trouble.
I'm never going to live that down.
Joel, a pleasure to chat with you. Thank you so much for getting up early and sharing some of your time. As these other projects come along, I'd love to have you back and throw some virtual flowers at you.
Dude, thank you, brother. It's been beautiful to chat, and thank you for the time and the energy and the questions. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Everybody, that is the amazing Joel Jackson, who plays Ben Roberts in Kangaroo Island, premiering here in the U.S., starting April 24th from Blue Harbor Entertainment. Go check it out. Enjoy this film. Enjoy all the wild energy, and go book that trip to Australia. You're not going to be disappointed.
Come down south. We'd love to have you. Come down.
Joel, thank you so much. I'm KUYA P. Nerds rule the world. There's a cut. Joel, you're the best, man. Thank you so much,
Thanks.
dude.
Oh, thanks. I've heard about you too, but I didn't know that nerds rule the world. But that's kind of cool.
Nerds rule the world.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world. Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Awesome. KUYA P, nerds rule the world. Hello.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Oh,
Nerds rule the world.
I got.
It's in the title of your show, like Nerds Rule the World. Like, I want more Black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
And I love what you do, and I love nerds, and I think we're all nerds at heart. But anyway,
Thank you, Nerds Rule.
Love it.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, Julian.
Yes.
Rock on. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
But yeah, there's a heavy nerd component, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you ask me, nerds rule the world. So
Absolutely.
And you're right. Nerds do rule the world.
We're just the best.
Yes. Nerds do rule the world. I agree.
We do.
I agree.
We're awesome, aren't we?
Thank you, ladies.
So much.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
And nerds really do rule the world.
Thank you, sir. It's your boy KUYA P, nerds rule the world. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
do. They rule the world all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Love you, nerds, dude. Get it.
Well, I was good until I saw that this is Nerds Rule the World. So are we talking about like everybody you interview is a nerd, right?
Oh, it's a legal requirement. It is.
It's a legal requirement. Or are you, or the second you popped on screen, I was like, wait, are you supposed to be the queen nerd then?
I hope so. My handle is Heather is a nerd, so I am a professional at least.
Okay. But then you enter that whole question of like, well, if you're calling yourself a nerd, are you really a nerd? A true nerd, would they call them? I don't know. I'm going to start going cross-eyed.
Going to psychoanalyze this a little bit.
Yeah.
Nerds do be ruling the world.
Hey, let's go. Swang Hu in the building. All right, there's a cut. There it is. Wonderful. Again, thank you, Sophia. You're the best. And Joel, it's a pleasure to chat with you.
Yeah, you too, mate. Thank you for the time.
Definitely. All right. So we're recording. I'm just going to do a 3, 2, 1 real quick. We're going to be coming off the trailer. I'm going to introduce myself, introduce you, and we'll get right into the conversation.
Perfect.
All right, let's have some fun. Here we go. In a 1, 2, 3.